My grandpa once said that the wall has an edge and people used to live at the bottom of it, on the ground. He said the earth was round. Sounds crazy, right? How can one live on a ball? And how would he know about the supposed bottom of it? We've been living on the wall for several generations at least, and so far, no one has found even a hint of a top or bottom. The wall stretches infinitely in all directions, and it bowels provides us with everything we need. It wouldn't be that bad, actually, if it weren't for the Cyrex. These creatures attack like clockwork, so you don't want to go too far beyond the perimeter. But sometimes, we still have to make these forays. Sooner or later, the current mines are depleted. The only chance of surviving such an expedition is your Robospider and the wall digger exosuit connected to it. But even with proper equipment, not everyone returns. In fact, not even half of them do. For some reason, I increasingly want to believe that the ones who don't return have found that very edge my grandpa spoke about. Maybe his words affected me more than I thought. Maybe that's why I became a wall digger too, to find the edge of the world. And with this, welcome. Today we are going to have a look at Wall World. What is Wall World? Wall World is a sci-fi, Robospider, mining, strategy, kinda base building tower defense game. With very beautiful pixel art, as you can see right now. What exactly does that mean? Well, we are a wall digger, as you could have seen, and together with our number 37, our Robospider, we're going out there, trying to mine for our colony, but also because there's secrets to be found, and we need to find the truth behind the wall world. The world of the wall world, so to speak. And for this, well, we're climbing up or climbing down the wall with our cyber spider and mining in between. And in the meantime, the Zyrex come to attack us. So the core gameplay loop will be mining and defending with our Robospider. Essentially just two things, but these two things are very interestingly done with very beautiful pixel art. And I'm gonna show you if it is hopefully interesting to you guys, which is what's my mission here on JustDaZack, to show you a hopefully interesting video game almost every day. So, we had the intro, and before we go to the actual gameplay, let's see. Once you create a profile, you land here. What is this? This is, well, our hub, so to speak. The thing where we come back to after every single run. And in these between runs, we can, well, upgrade different things, mostly for Robospider. And then we can hit Y. I'm playing with the controller right now to start the game. By the way, the plug and play between keyboard, mouse, and controller works beautifully. I would even though I am playing with the controller, I would pretty much say this game is a little bit more inclined to be played with keyboard and mouse. So, but both work beautifully. I think actually keyboard and mouse might be a bit nicer to be played, but I'm lazy. I started with a controller, I'm gonna go with that. Both work absolutely fine. There's one or two minor things, but they will hopefully be patched out at the full game, because we are today actually going to have a look at the official press release, or a press pre-release version, so to speak. So the people are still working. This is not the absolute final product, so tiny things are most likely going to be fixed and evened out. For example, as I mentioned now with the controls, there's one power-up that you can find in your arms, which requires the shift key. Well, we don't have a shift key on a controller, and no other button prompt on the controller worked to execute that command. And in the settings menu, unfortunately, we also don't have key inputs. We have some music sliders, we have language selection and resolution window mode screen, which is fine, but hopefully at least keyboard key inputs will be had. So we're at the hub, and these are our different upgrades that I already unlocked. Usually when you start off, well, you only have this one page, so to speak. The second page is going to be completely blank for you. It's all going to be black and classified like this one, because you have to venture out and in the different mines in the mine world actually have to find the, well, appropriate schemes and blueprints to unlock those. And then you have to buy them with these, well, currency points, which you can see I have in the top right corner 7,351 of right now. And these points you get by, well, mining. Any block that you mine will give you some points. Later level blocks, harder blocks in the deeper mines, further up or further down the wall, will give you more points than the earlier ones. So that's also an incentive, of course, to journey out. And then between runs, you can spend these points to get different upgrades. And for example, for the depth scanner level 3 right now, I haven't found that particular blueprint yet. I only found actually only the level 1 blueprint. The level 2 one I could buy and unlock somehow anyway. That's what I mean with press release, pre-release version. There's some very minor things. But I was glad that I could unlock this. That was definitely helpful upgrade. Also, the force field is one thing we have. Automatically activates at the start of each fight and absorbs all incoming damage until it's depleted from hits. As I mentioned, the Zyrex will come and we need any help we can get. Maybe to show you guys what other cool upgrades there is. For example, the Seismic Generator level 2, which is what I have, creates vibrations that slowly destroy blocks within a small radius around the spider. Only works if the spider is connected to the mine. That is pretty cool, because when you start off, you connect to a mine with your cyber spider, and, well, then you have to mine everything manually. But I already have quite a few upgrades that help me to, well, mine, to also have my spider more durable, like the force field, just more things, to give me more backpack equipment, so to speak. When I go into the mine, which we go into the mine to mine minerals in this beautiful full mine. I don't know where I went with that sentence. But we can only pick up so many that we have to manually bring back to our cyber spider. So every little bit helps increase capacity when we drill. But you guys, you're gonna see most of these things. We can also unlock some active abilities. But how about telling? How about I actually show you guys? So let's hit up a new game. And I'm gonna pause this in a second to show you guys what's going on. This is our trusty number 37 Cyber Spider, Robospider. Actually, I don't know why I say Cyber Spider, but let's just roll with this. And we go. Actually, we start in the night. Nice. First off, I'm gonna hit the pause screen, because there's a few things I feel I should point out before I actually go to the regular gameplay loop. So as you can see, we are now on the wall. I can move here. We are in our Cyber Spider. And we're going to climb up or climb down the wall. You know what? Usually I climb up. Let's actually, in this run, climb down, because that is going to change everything. Well, it's not. We have to decide for one direction, right? But what do we see? Well, of course, we see in the menu, because I paused the game. But there's a few things. In the bottom left, we have, first off, the green thing is our health. If that went down, well, our Robospider is destroyed and we lose. And we have to start over. We're gonna be back at the hub, so to speak. The blue thing is the energy, which I have unlocked and is essentially our shield, which also protects us from damage. And the thing in the middle, that is a very important thing, because that is essentially the timer until the Zyrex show up. When that thing is full, we are going to be attacked. And when we are attacked, we want to be in our Cyber Spider to, well, defend the monsters off and not lose horribly, so to speak. And we have to keep that in mind. That's always important to keep an eye out on that, because while we are in the mine, well, we can't be in the Robospider and defend ourselves, right? So we have to really optimize our different times and runs in the mine itself, because there's essentially two play modes. I'm in the Cyber Spider and the other one in our exosuit, where we are actually mining. And we have to always try to optimize the times between them and, well, see and how far we come. So, hey, Zach, you said that is the timer until the enemies are up and coming. But what about this big thing in the top, which actually is a timer and says 1953? That is a timer, yes. And when that timer runs down, something happens. Yes. And I'm gonna show you what happens then. but it's not the normal Zyrex attacks. Let's just go with that. On the right side, we have, first off, top right corner, I mentioned that. That is essentially the currency we get by mining, our mining points. I actually might have missed it if that has an actual term in the game. Below that is in stock when we pick it up and bring it to our Robospider, all the different minerals we find during mining. Below that, on this wheel, so to speak, is our, collection of different active abilities which we can use. Most of them are combat related, some of them are movement related, dashing up, dashing down, or there's even like a deep scanner, which I showed you guys earlier, which shows us how big a mine is and if there's secrets to be found. And in the bottom right, the green 3, that is technically the main reason why we're going out there, venturing out beyond the wall, beyond the safety of our walled cities. Because these are the things, these are, I think, like core keys that we need to collect. And again, I played this game now for slightly over 7 hours, and you find one kind of early, and then your mechanic at the hub tells you, you know what, you have to find 4, and then the appropriate core for it. And then something happens. What happens? I actually don't know. That's the intriguing thing. Hopefully something cool. Hopefully something that helps us once the timer at the top runs out. Hopefully it helps with that. Hopefully it helps to find out the secret of the wall world. Maybe it helps out to, you know, be the best hall digger ever and make our grandpa proud. But now let's actually play the game. Everything else I'm gonna tell you throughout the video, and as always at the end I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. So, we are moving up. Luckily, there's immediately a mine. I can dock into this mine, and once I do this, the spider mine, well, is going to dock at the mine and is already essentially clearing a bit of the path of this mine. As you can tell, a lot is happening. Most of things are happening because I managed to upgrade my Robospider quite a bit already. Like, look at this. It essentially clears the entire mine by itself, at least the first part. That is not when you start off. When you start off, you have to do everything manually. I have a lot of buff, which destroys surrounding blocks. I have this, like, energy cord that makes me a little bit faster and more efficient at mining. That's also something you usually don't start with. And case in point. So, what happens when you mine? Well, you can see me moving around, and at the top, at the bottom, that's essentially everything we do while we're mining. We're moving, we're drilling the different blocks, and we are vacuum cleaning essentially the different minerals, and then we move back to our Robospider and deposit them there. Well, luckily, thanks to the upgrade, this entire mine is essentially completely been mined. That is my late game advantage, so to speak. So I don't need to show you guys how to mine everything. But here is the secret which we found. And now if I pick up the secret, we are actually... Oh, this is definitely very nice. This is for our machine gun we found in a uranium core schematic, which increases our machine gun bullet damage by 10%, which is nice. More like a noticeable thing, not a nitpick, but I've never seen the phrasing like this in any game, which increases like bullet damage, like plus 10% damage from every bullet. That's such a weird phrasing. I don't know. I just like it. It's just so noticeable to me. I've never seen it phrased like that in any other way, like 10% increased damage of this weapon or 10% bullet damage or so. Just wanted to point that out. I don't know, I found this noticeable. So we cleared this mine essentially without really doing anything thanks to our upgrades. This is not going to be throughout the entire game. And now we're getting attacked. Let's go back into our Robospider. I hope you guys can see this, essentially a machine gun here. And I can shoot this machine gun. And I can rotate the machine gun. So I can aim it up and shoot these guys. And I can aim them all the way down. It takes some time. And shoot this one guy down here. Whew, well, it's just the first wave, that is easy. And this has already been defended. So this is our machine gun. Now you guys can see it a bit better. I can move this and I can shoot with this. And, well, it doesn't really look that impressive, right? Yeah, but that is true. But luckily we can upgrade this. Also, there's our uranium core here all the way down here, which is pretty cool. Plus 10% damage from every bullet, as stated before. So, what do we do with the minerals? Well, that's why we are on the screen. We can upgrade our different items, our machine gun, our exosuit, Robospider, and maybe also other items that we find during run to, well, permanently upgrade them, well, during a set run. For example, for the machine gun, we can increase the gun rotation speed, which is right now very slow, the firing rate, or just the damage. All of these things are amazing. Later on, there's gonna be some other modifiers. Piercing is very, very good in this game. And we can do the same with our exosuit, which is the main thing, which we need in our mine, of course. This increases our movement speed. We can increase our drilling efficiency. We can increase that a chance to get additional resources. Later on, we can even increase to have like two laser beams from our drill, or even up to 3. And if we have that, man, that is actually a lot of fun, trust me. And of course, we can also upgrade our Robospider, which at least here right now is essentially just repairing it with different minerals, but that is gonna come in handy as well. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we can find different items like additional weapons or upgrades for our exosuit, or like, I don't know, a tower that we built, defense tower, or even like a drone that follows us. But that is kind of the random RNG aspect of the game, the randomization. We find something, hopefully, maybe we don't find any. But if we do, we have that and can upgrade it essentially also on the screen. But for now, we don't need the machine gun. We need better mining. Let's go with 2 things, drilling efficiency and speed in the mine. Oh, tall. I accidentally upgraded machine gun firer. So as I mentioned, this is the pre-release version, the press version. I noticed that maybe the dead zone on the controller is just a little bit off. That sometimes in this menu, my controller kind of tends to having like this. I'm not pressing anything and it automatically drifts to the left, which usually is not a problem at all. No, it was kind of that I selected the wrong one, but just a minor thing. So I hope I now managed to explain pretty much everything. I decided to go down the mine. Let's do this. Luckily, down the wall, there's already another mine. Let's dock on. Our cyber spider is doing stuff. And cool, we found one of the lore rooms, I like to call them. This guy, he has a diary. And he has been in the wall, and I already found a lot of different diaries from this guy. The room is always the same, but essentially the lore nitpicks, the lore scraps we get from him are always pieces, or one piece of his diary. So for now, I must have gone crazy, but I've just heard knocking from the other side. Not from outside the door, from the other side. Okay, day 27. Well, good job, dude. This might actually be one of the earlier things. I'm not sure if they sometimes repeat or... Because his story is essentially he heard these noises and he used his pickaxe to try to get to it. And then when the noises stopped, he left his pickaxe on the wall because I think he thought that would stop them. But then he didn't get out of his room anymore because he refuses to remove the pickaxe. So he, well, starved to death essentially. So we have some different resources, and of course we need different resources for different upgrades. And again, everything exploding, which is amazing, but just our luck, because I upgraded my spider in these 7 hours. And we have another secret room. Wow, we have so many right now. This is amazing. Boosts this exoskeleton reactor to plus 20 drilling efficiency and plus 10% movement speed in mine. This is awesome. This is a very good upgrade, which we just randomly got, and this is very early on in the run. This really is going to help us. Awesome. So let's collect all these resources, destroy the block. Every block destroyed helps us for the currency. Everything is making us stronger. So let's shoot these. And also, as I mentioned, on the right side, I have some extra abilities. For example, I have this missile, which automatically seeks out the nearest big enemy and destroys them, which is nice. And some others, for example, this hook. Whoa! And also, like, for example, turbines to move up. And I really like also the difference between if we move down the wall, like with the gravity, we kind of need more hook. And if we want to move up the wall, we kind of need a rocket boost. I love these tiny details. This game in general is just very beautiful. Oh, let's actually do one thing also, because as I mentioned, have this depth scanner. Allows you to scan the size of the mine that the spider is connected to. Let's use this, RB. So this is a medium-sized mine, and this has actually 2 anomalies. Wow. We have so much luck. Usually I had runs where I didn't find a single anomaly. Usually you tend to find 1 or 2, maybe 3 during a run, but not throughout the entire run. At least that was my experience so far. That we already found so many this early on is actually freaking amazing. I'll take it. And we found pretty decent upgrades so far. So let's move. You can only pick up that many minerals, so I'm mostly focusing on clearing the mine. Oh, this is gonna be a weapon. Interesting. Let's go. There we go. Beautiful room. So if we go here... Oh, I have to press A this time. Okay, there we go. We found what? You found a bomb thrower. A weapon that fires a large bomb in a ballistic trajectory with massive damage. This is actually a very good weapon. I made it pretty much to the end at my second to last run or so when I had this. Also interesting because in the previous versions, a little bit yesterday when I played this game in the press release version, is we actually had to manually pick up the weapon from these spider bots. So now we just get it, and we had to manually bring it all the way back. Frankly, I like it that it is like this. And now we have the prop. Oh, lucky we have this boost. We really need to go back to the bot because it is getting attacked and it's also raining outside. So activate. No, not the scanner. There's also the combat capacitor, which is going to zap some enemies. I can actually show you guys. Let's switch to the weapon. Look at this. Yeah! To the bomb thrower. The bomb thrower is actually pretty good. It's okay when you initially get it, but it's mostly amazing when you actually upgrade it. So I want to spend the money to be faster in the mine and more drilling efficiency. And pick up some of the leftover things here on the resources. Oh, also there's still one anomaly, which we of course need to find. But now we have even more drilling efficiency. That is very, very good. So we can just blast through it right now. Let's also collect them. It's also, I love this detail, like look at this, where we have essentially a little bit of physics-based things going on with the vacuum cleaner. This is just, I don't know, I find it very fun. And sometimes you can also utilize it, that's our second anomaly, to positive effects. To essentially draw them closer towards the end. So this is gonna be... I hear something in this. Is this intended? I hear something. But what do I hear? Well, this is a new item, which we... Oh, that's our... okay, that's just our cyber spider. Oh, you found the overdrive. That is the thing I mentioned earlier. The shift thing. Well, I don't really have shift on the controller right now. So this is actually a very good boost. And I might, just for this single item right now, switch between keyboard and mouse and the controller. But again, just a minor thing. Both of work beautifully. This is literally the only moment I actually need to switch, because shift again doesn't work on the controller. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be changed at the full version. I would be surprised if not, frankly. Should just be a very minor thing. So, not a problem. Pick up all the things. Alright. Is this really the sound of our spider? It's so present. But we found the 2 anomalies. Maybe this is a hint of the word. Maybe it's something else. Or is it that? I want to listen to that once more. Oh, the Zyrex are coming. No, okay, it is our cyber spider. That's the gravitational... whatever. I forgot the name. Let's actually go back to upgrade. I think now... Machine gun is fine. We have a 10% bullet damage increase, which is not bad, but frankly, the machine gun needs more if you really want to get to it to the end of the game. So for now, maybe not for now. Maybe what if I... You know what? Let's switch back. And let's not upgrade any weapon right now. We are still kind of early on. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's dock onto this mine. So our cyber spider can essentially just go and keep mining. Lose our different weapons. Okay, this is a small mine. Doesn't have any secrets. That's totally what I wanted to do and didn't accidentally click on the wrong one. Also 12 minutes and then it's gonna happen. Okay, this is fine for now. But at least up once the 12 minutes mark is over, we need to have decided which weapon to mainly use. We could also, of course, use both, and there's benefits to that, but I usually found to just stick to one weapon exclusively is beneficial, because we find a lot of minerals, but we also don't necessarily find, like, all the minerals, you know. So these green ones are good for some upgrades, but also to repair our Cyber Spider. So bring them back, get as many... Just to show you guys what is the boost, we now have this loading screen. I switched to keyboard mouse, press shift, and now we have a little boost. And we can upgrade this boost as well. And that upgraded is actually pretty strong. Pretty useful. So that might be a reason to do that. Okay, give me minerals, please. Okay, no other minerals left here. We could still destroy the blocks for the currency, but for now it's fine as it is. Let's exit the mine, go further down. Let's actually use a hook to move. Get ready. Rocket launcher, allowing you to launch a homing missile. Yeah, let's get this ready as well. We have only slightly more than 10 minutes left. And I really want to make the best out of that. Because so far, we should be able to handle that. But should doesn't equal will be. Okay, these guys showing up. Let's use the shocker. That's also nice. We don't need to stay, stationary at the mine. When the monsters come, we can technically move. So I'm actually going to dock down at this mine, though. Because our spider can already proceed. Because we have only so much time, right? Oh, please. Did I now exit? No, now we docked onto the mine. Cool. This is actually quite a bit. How about, indeed, we try the bomb thrower. So gun rotation speed is nice. Adds an aiming interface is nice. Scatters is probably better. Aiming interface, bomb airspeed. Let's go with this. Quite some upgrades. Let's switch. Our shield is down. This is bad, but now we have this upgraded thing. And that is pretty cool. I really like the bomb thrower. I have to admit. This is a pretty cool weapon. It took me actually like 5 hours. I always went just with a machine gun. And that is kind of a mistake. Because the machine gun can be good. If you also find randomly some very good upgrades. There's one upgrade for the machine gun which gives it like 3 piercing and plus 30% damage. And if you have that upgrade, you essentially don't have to worry anymore. Because it's just that powerful. But we only have a 10% damage increase. And piercing is very important. Luckily we have the bomb throw. With that, I think we can make it pretty fun this run as well. Oh, no. Unfortunately, skip that mine. Let's get to this actually as well. Dock on, upgrade. Let's see, exosuit. Yes, we can plasma drill range. That's actually not that interesting. Let's rather get 10% drop for additional resources, sure. So let's see if... Oh, hello. Oh, this guy's alive. This is a new one. I have, just to point this out, I have found some alive people, but so far I only found 2, and both of them were essentially Easter eggs. First one was actually Splattercat Gaming. I'm pretty sure that was a reference. And the other one was actually Carnage. Carnage, very successful, very known and cool streamer. Splattercat Gaming, essentially the guy I'm copying. He does the same as pretty much what I'm doing, but just in good and better. So check him out. He's actually very cool. Also the kind of the motivation, because I found his video so cool that I did that. So cool that I found that Easter egg. I like that. Just to point that out. But yeah, this doesn't seem like an Easter egg. What is this guy about? This is cool. Did you know there are others living inside the wall? No. We talk sometimes by knocking. Oh, what a chatty bunch. That's all? You don't tell me more? Oh, dang it. But this kind of correlates with the other guy who starved to death. Maybe that it was the other guy. Maybe these two talked and the other one just lost or so. I don't know. Interesting. I love these lore tidbits. You do find occasional ones and they really help you. Okay, first off though, let's check out this mine. We have 8 minutes left. With a bomb thrower, we still need that to be upgraded a bit more. I should have checked if there was an anomaly here. I actually keep forgetting to use the scanner. It's actually a pretty useful item, but first off, I don't have it that long. And second off, I just keep forgetting it. Oh, and the Zilix. I kind of forgot to look at that as well. Let's get some mines on the way up. This is still cool. We are fine. Bomb thrower. Can we upgrade something? Yeah. Blast area. Bomb airspeed. Let's actually... stop it with the dead zone. There we go. Blast area. Let's go with this. And blast area. Sure. Fire in the hole! Shoot a rocket. Feel like these early waves should be safe now. As long as I can actually hit what I'm aiming at. Yeah, this is fine. Cool. In this case, let's go back inside. I like how we still hear some bombs exploding there. Alright, get the resources, very important. Of course, it's always fun to destroy some blocks as well. To get the money, essentially. Okay, there, I think that's gonna be it then, right? There was not anything else, just a small mine. That is fine, that is fine. Cool, let's go back. Let's see, can we already buy an upgrade? No, nothing too interesting, so let's unstuck from the mine and move further down. There's already the next one. Let's see, what do we find here? Hello! Okay. Another one of those rooms. That's fine for the time being. We still need some normal things. Green ones are also good to have. Because again, we can repair. We can get some upgrades, but mostly green ones are pretty good to repair our Cyberspider. And again, I totally forgot to check if there is any hidden stuff here, but I don't think so. So let's quickly gather these resources. We have a little bit more time. Never mind. There's quite a bit stuff here. Let's see. Cyberspider is going to clear the early entrance, so we can easily go to the back. Nothing too much. Move, move, move. Alright, bring it back. Okay, things are coming. I'm actually switching to mouse and keyboard. Give me these real quick. Use the shift ability to move back. Oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I've always been here. Ah, forgot to launch the rocket. There we go. The other rocket got the other big guy. That's cool. Use this zap thing. Should actually detach from the mine as well. Okay, 5 minutes. Oh, there's a lot of mines. So, resources are okay so far. Let's see, upgrades. Can we now... Oh, yes. Definitely want to have drill efficiency. The faster we can mine, the less time we spend actually in the mines. You really want to optimize your times in these. Oh, there's the other dead guy. This is also one of the main lore dumps, so to speak. Let's see, what is it this time? This is cool. You've angered the gods. The harvest is about to begin. When up and down change places, when the snow falls in the middle of summer, when those inside and those watching divide the great cloth, the barbarians are having a feast, judges in chains and a pale pelican. That actually seems like a tip to find the final secret of the game. Because sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's snowing. When up and down change places. And then when the snow falls in the middle of summer. So we have to move somehow so far when up and down change places. And then when, even though the background is probably like super nice and summer-like, it's snowing. When those inside and those watching divide in great claws. I don't understand that phrase. The barbarians are having a feast. Judges in chains. I feel like this is actually a hint towards the end. Because this guy is essentially the main lore guy. He also gave us a very important name, which I'm gonna tell you in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. What's gonna happen then? And he also told us, like, apparently people went to the wall and were wondering. Again, it's an early press release version, like small UI things like this. Not too much of an issue. Oh, this is a different mine. That means also different resources. That's cool. Yeah, the guy also told us that apparently people went to the wall and were surprised to see that it is, well, to this world, that it was a wall world, so to speak. So it might be that there's also planetary travel in this game. Doesn't necessarily need to be, but it might be. Okay, well, let's get these resources here. Gimme, gimme. Again, I forgot to check if there's an anomaly here. I might do next time, but we can't afford the time to go back just for that, so let's try anything down here. Unfortunately, yes. Hopefully resources. Okay. And we're full. Okay, the legs are coming. Xerox. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Go back. Oh, switch to mouse and keyboard. Hit the boost. Go! Okay. Back here. Can we get a cool upgrade? Oh, we can. Nice. And that's just plasma drill range. Nah. It's fine. Gun rotation speed on our bomb thrower. And what is this? Bomb airspeed. Sure. This would be on our overdrive, which we don't need right now. Let's already see a rocket to this guy. Good job. Small ones aren't that important. Let's get the bigger ones. Okay, shoot. There we go. Good job. Oh, I love the bomb thrower. I was actually sad when I noticed how good the bomb thrower is, that I really ignored him a lot of times early on. This actually does have an anomaly, so we really want to find that one. Let's go, team. Okay, good to know. There is something to be found in this mine. That is definitely helpful. Give me this. Resources. And again, look at my currency in the upper right corner. I didn't even focus that much on destroying the blocks in this run so far, because I want to show you guys what I'm on about. I usually try to get as many as possible. But we are already at over 11,000. When we started this run, we had 7,000 something. So 4,000 is an upgrade, most likely. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't want them to drop down here, but whatever. 3 minutes left. Okay, we really want to find that... Oh god, look at this. Alright, this is a lot. We really want to find the room if possible. Okay, not here. Usually they are somewhere to the right. So if you clear all the walls to the right, you're pretty much bound to find the anomaly. Unless, of course, it's one of these special items. Which might very well be the case. And again, here as well. Mines can sometimes be very big. And you kind of have to memorize the layout, because if time runs out and you forget the layout, you might be stuck and your robot might be, well, take a lot of damage. So, switch keyboard mouse, get the boost. Shoot, get the money on the way out. Okay, let's see, another upgrade. I always check this. We have only the range. I would really like to have more efficiency. If we have 45, we have the other currency. That's pretty good. So I want to save up in this case. Either, or do we get a cool upgrade for our bomb thrower? We actually do. What is this? Blast damage. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Then, after this, we have to save up. Maybe this is even overkill. I think we could have survived one more round without the damage upgrade. But it's probably still good to have it. Because we're gonna need it in less than 2 minutes. Okay, shoot. Also, luckily, thanks to all our upgrades, our Robospider is still mining, which is pretty good. It's really worthwhile. Every time you get a permanent upgrade in your hub world between the runs, usually it just changes a small thing, but it's not always like, almost never a flat, boring upgrade increase, or like 10% more, 5 here. Usually all of these things have a unique thing and are just, yeah, unique and fun to have, frankly. Okay, let's actually get these things real quick. When I have the money, we need, I think, 45, which is actually quite a bit. Okay, bring this back, use the boost to get towards the end. Also, that's what I tend to do. I really, even if I move in and out of the mine, I always try to do damage any block I can. Even if I know there's no resource, just to damage it, just to get that little bit more money. And maneuverability in the mine usually helps as well to have that as 2. Okay, 40 seconds. Okay, we won't get the 40. I think I'm gonna go back once we are at maybe at 10. Okay, get those. Thank you. I mean, we are pretty much full now. So we have to kind of go back. Still haven't found the anomaly. Okay, hit this, hit this. I'm gonna go back now. The charge is not fully ready. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Mouse keyboard, switch. Oh, it's snowing. We are going to exit the mine. I love that detail. Did you guys see this? Just short, but when we enter the Robospider and undock it when there's snow, how the snow just falls off. This game really is amazingly beautiful. Also, the background detail when you crawl the wall. I love that so much. Okay, we can't get an upgrade for this. Alright, we can technically get an increased 20% efficiency of all types of repair and then repair, which we might need. We are a little bit hurt, but now, there we go! What the hell is this? The time went up, and everything goes crazy. I want to hit these. Oh, up! Yeah, somewhat out of range, I'll take it. Thank you. Oh, I'm stuck in the lag! Can we hook down? We can. Okay, it's fine. Sorry. No, I'm stuck at the small enemy there. Great, didn't pay enough attention. Okay, get rid of these guys. So, we got one of those. That is good. So, this, by the way, is the Leviathan. And he keeps coming. And early on, he's a huge danger. Luckily, we are prepared. And luckily, we have a lot of upgrades. We still took some damage. But yeah, this is the Leviathan, and now he comes in 15 minutes. And he's out to get there. And I think he's the reason. Or he's some reason we want to advance the story. Because so far, you can fend him off several times. But at one point, he will get you. And it's essentially guaranteed that he will get you, because if he doesn't, well, he bugs out. I had that. So you have like 3 or 4 run-ins with him. And then your run is over anyway, but then you have a run of like an hour or so, so that's fine. But yeah, this is the Leviathan. And this might have looked easy, but mostly because we had an amazing bomb thrower, which helps a lot against this guy. And of course, because we have a lot of upgrades on our Cyber Spider. Again, I played more than 7 hours at this point. Let's do one more run to collect resources. Ooh, 47. Maybe we can afford the drill upgrade. If not, maybe after this. Wait, I still haven't found the anomaly. We still have to look around more here. Oh, we have to find it. Could also be something else. Maybe it is an item or so for our run, but maybe it's something for this overall story or so. I have no idea. We still need to find some of these green keys in the bottom right. At least one more. Absolute minimum. And enemies are coming. Okay, I don't have the boost anymore. That's always that's why you have to keep it in mind. Sometimes you're super deep in the mine and you forgot that, well, enemies are coming. And they just hack at your spider. I love that snowfish. Oh, like that, for example. And you have to defend yourself against all evil and all odds. Really love that snow effect. Yeah, these bombs are mean, because if they get close or even get destroyed while they're close, they deal a lot of damage. There we go. But yeah, we defeated the Leviathan, the biggest danger, and now we rinse and repeat like 2 or 3 more times, get more resources, more upgrades. I never so far, and not in a single run, managed to unlock all the upgrades on all trees. Maybe I got close to 1 tree. And this is still like a big maybe. I think I've never managed to completely unlock a complete tree of the machine gun or exoskeleton, for example. I managed to get 3 beams on my drill and a lot of upgrades. And trust me, it's so amazing when you can just blast through a mine just with your drill. I don't know, it's so satisfying. I managed to really make the pure thing of drilling very satisfying. And it's also always intense when you really want to optimize runs as much as possible. And now we would buy the plasma cutter plus 35 drilling efficiency. Let's give this a quick check how fast this actually goes. But this is also pretty much always fun. Like now here, yeah, so much faster. This is awesome. And every upgrade during a run also feels very much earned and needed. And yeah, now we would rinse and repeat. I still think I did this several times now. I've never really tried to make a run focus on trying to get as far down as possible, for example. I usually try to get every single mine I can get. Sometimes if I know this mine has only so many resources, I skip it. And maybe this is an Easter egg. No, it's not. Dang it. I literally had 2 Easter eggs in my last run. Also, I had an anomaly and a schematic in every single run. Looks like around the bomb. There's also now a little bit of a graphical effect there. Or maybe it's intended, I don't know. But yeah, these are just very minor things so far. Nothing major. The shift key might be the major thing I noticed as like a bug in the game. Or just not implemented. But overall, I think Roadwarden is amazingly beautiful. It's somehow super engaging to just and fun to just mine, but also again you want to optimize your times as good as possible. Every microsecond really matters. It really influences how you move, what you do. These guys. Oh, that was a satisfying explosion. But yeah, for example, now we move further down and suddenly we have like a lava world. And I managed to at least get 1 more inch downer, 1 more map, so to speak. And below that, I actually found pyramids somehow. So the world really is intricate, if you ask me. And there's a lot to explore. And I think if you really try to focus down on a run completely just to try to go as far as possible, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a mine that gave you more keys or so. At least that's something I'm contemplating now, to make progress in the overall story, so to speak. But again, just the core gameplay of defending, mining, and optimizing these 2 things together in your runs, again, it's just so much fun. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Roadwarden. Let's actually quit this right now for a second. And just maybe one last thing. I found for myself this was a very fun game to just have on my second monitor while I watch Critical Role play this. And it can be both. It can be a very anxious game where we really want to be so good with the time, optimize everything, and or just have it as a zen game. Chill out, mine, defend. It can be both highly intense and highly chill. And I think this is one of the great intrigues of this game. I can guarantee you I'm gonna play a bit more, unlock more. We have 12,000. I can buy 1 upgrade. Oh, actually, let's get the upgrade for this year. 5 more item capacity. It's expensive upgrade, but yeah, the less run, the more time we can spend in mines, the more time optimization. This is awesome. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Roadwarden? What do you think of my presentation thereof? Please let me know. I hope you found this video enjoyable. Please consider sharing this. Please stay awesome. And truly, thank you for watching. We are gonna see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.